Hello, friends. The third day's play of this ongoing third test match in the Border-Gavaskar Trophy 2024-25 was largely interrupted by rain. There were 7 rain interruptions throughout the day, allowing only 32 overs in all to be bowled, and a total of 91 runs were scored, with 7 wickets being lost. Australia, sitting in a commanding position, resumed the day, whose start was delayed by 5 minutes because of rain earlier in the day. They added 40 runs to their overnight total of 405 and lost the remaining 3 wickets. The highlight being Alex Carey scoring his 9th Test 50, and he was finally out for 70 runs in 88 balls with 7 fours and 2 sixes. When play resumed today, Australia did not show any intention of scoring at a faster rate. They added 40 runs in 16 overs. With the rain forecast for the duration of the day, they ought to have declared and had a go at the struggling Indian top order. But they took their own sweet time. Alex Carey completed his Test 50, the 9th of his career, and he was eventually out for 70, Akashdeep getting his first wicket on his comeback Test match. Jasprit Bumrah took his 6th wicket, while Mohammad Siraj was the other wicket taker, clean bowling Nathan Lyon. India were off to a very shaky start. They again went with the same opening combination of Yashasvi Jaiswal and KL Rahul. Yashasvi Jaiswal nicked the first ball of Mitchell Starc through the gully region for a 4, but off the very second ball, he clipped Starc into the hands of Mitchell Mark waiting at square leg, straight into the hands that Marsh did not even have to move to his left or to the right. It was a lucky wicket, one can say, because going by the reaction and going by what happened just before the Indian innings started, Yashasvi Jaiswal was taking a knock by the side of the boundary line, and one of the balls he clipped and played into the place where the Australian players were huddled up before taking on the field. So it was something similar to the stroke that he fell. So that brought a lot of laughter among the Australian players. Virat Kohli, what is going on with him? Except for that 100 in Perth in the second innings, he has been struggling for runs, and he has been found wanting outside the off stump, and the Australian bowlers, knowing his weakness around that area, they have been bowling there and getting him out. He has become an easy victim of this bowling, and he has to learn a lot from what Sachin Tendulkar did 21 years ago. Found wanting outside the off stump, being caught in the slip cordon, Sachin Tendulkar abolished this stroke through the cover region. The drive through the covers in that test match, which is famous for his 241 in Sydney, that particular test innings did not have any single shot going through almost the entire offside. There were a couple of shots behind square on the offside, but none at all through the cover or the mid-off region. That shows how mentally one has to be strong. If only Virat Kohli, knowing well that he is fishy outside the off stump, being a victim consistently, giving catches to the keeper or to the slip cordon, he has to put aside this particular shot like what Sachin Tendulkar did. But he seems to be going with the flow, and today, once again, Josh Hazlewood, who is back into the playing 11, got him edge outside the off stump, and he was gone for just 3 runs, facing 16 deliveries. Virat Kohli, I said in the preview of this test series that India's success in this Border-Gavaskar Trophy is directly proportionate to Virat Kohli's form. Yes, Yashasvi Jaiswal got 100 and Virat Kohli also got 100 in Perth in the second innings, and India won. Virat Kohli did not score in Adelaide. In both the innings, India failed, India lost. And here, he fell for 3 in Brisbane first innings, and India are precariously placed, finishing the day at 51 for 4 wickets. The batsman out being Yashasvi Jaiswal, caught giving straightforward catch to Mitchell Marsh at square leg. Shubman Gill caught brilliantly the combination of caught, Marsh, bowled Stark, doing it again for Australia. This time Shubman Gill played away from his body, and the catch was brilliantly taken, diving to his left by Mitchell Marsh at gully. This got the cricketing world screaming that Bison can fly. Gill falling for just 1 run, and Kohli, the 3rd wicket that India lost, falling for 3, and the 4th wicket was that of Rishabh Pant, the hero of India's last test match played at the Gabba in 21 January, that is January 2021, where he scored that match-winning knock of 89 not out. There was no shadow of any of that form that Rishabh Pant was in, and he fell for just 9 runs, edging behind the Australian captain Pat Cummins. KL Rahul has been seeing all this happening from the non-striker's end. He helped himself to an unbeaten 33 runs with 4 fours, playing patiently, driving the loose deliveries, but more importantly, he is there. He has done the job of being asked to open in this series, and he has done it very well. KL Rahul, 33 not out, and giving him company is captain Rohit Sharma, who is woefully out of runs. And there was this face, there was this image of Rohit Sharma waiting to bat during one of the rain interruptions, and he was looking lost. Usually one who cracks jokes and who, even in a situation where the team is doing very badly, be it for Mumbai, his home state in the domestic cricket, or for the national team, he is one who livens up the atmosphere and cracks jokes. But this particular sight of Rohit Sharma waiting, padded up, waiting to resume once play was possible, this during the rain break, it was not a pleasing sight. He was looking lost, sitting all by himself, wondering where the next runs are going to come from and what he ought to be doing. There has been a lot of criticism around his form, and people are even asking for him to retire. But then, for his own good, for whatever he has done for the country so far, it is important and it is good if he can score runs and also bring him that confidence and the belief that he has still got some more of test cricket in him. Rohit Sharma faced 6 deliveries today and is yet to open his account. But once play was called off finally for the day after yet another rain interruption. He was seen smiling with his teammates inside the dressing room. So that is something which is a contrasting sight compared to what I got to see on the television earlier. Well, rain and only rain can save India from defeat. With 2 more days to go, India face an uphill task. 51 for 4, trailing by 394 runs. India have to play well, and a lot depends on Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul. India should avoid the embarrassment of a defeat here, which looks largely likely. The way in which Mitchell Stark, Josh Hazelwood, and Pat Cummins have bowled in the day, and for the entire part of this series, it is more likely that Australia are going to win this test match, if and only if rain stays away. But for India, they will pray that rain and more rain fall in the next 2 days to save them from an embarrassing defeat and going into the 4th test match, which is the Boxing Day test match starting on December 26, still with the series on 1-1. But that is too far thinking and too much of a thinking that one can ask for. The forecast for Tuesday is showers for the morning and cloudy afternoon in Brisbane. So one cannot be sure when play will start on the 4th day. And when it starts, the pressure will be on Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul to take India to a position of safety. First, they have to look at wiping out the follow-on mark, which is 245, and then look to scoring as close to the Australian first innings total as possible. But this seems to be a very, very hard task. Australia, on the other hand, will be looking at picking up early wickets, bowling out the Indians, and also try and enforce a follow-on, which is something that teams since the 2001 Kolkata Test match, in which India staged a remarkable comeback, having been enforced the follow-on and scoring big, the match in which VVS Lakshman scored that magnificent 281 and Rahul Dravid 180, batting the entire day of that test match in the second innings and then bouncing back to defeat Australia. So since that test match, the captains have rarely enforced follow-on, just for the fear of the other team bouncing back. So here is a chance for Australia, considering the weather, that they are in a position to bowl out first India for a low score and enforcing follow-on to try and force a victory in this test match that has been largely disturbed and interrupted by rain. Let's see what happens on day 4. Thanks for watching. Take care. Do subscribe to this channel. Have a good day. Bye-bye.